So what's going on, family? Comment vous allez, la famille? Yo, first and foremost, pour ceux qui me connaissent pas, ou ceux qui sont nouveaux dans la communauté, je vous souhaite la bienvenue. Welcome to the family. And today, all we're gonna do, qu'est-ce qu'on va faire ensemble, c'est que je vais littéralement vous montrer exactement qu'est-ce que moi je vois dans le marché qui va suivre dans les prochaines semaines, dans la prochaine semaine qui s'en vient, puis aussi les analyses que je vois potentiellement qui vont arriver. Right? So si vous voyez des choses, s'il y a des choses que vous voyez dans le marché, qui sont pertinents ou bien vous voulez poser une question en tant que tel, un Q&A, peu importe, sachez que vous pouvez facilement me poser la question. Right? If you're new to this, you don't know me personally, you have questions, feel free to ask questions in the chat. That way I can answer those questions that you have as it is, right? And all I'm here to do is just show you what I'm seeing in the marketplace and how you can take advantage of what I'm seeing, right? If you guys have questions, don't hesitate. If you guys have chart marked up, si vous avez des graphiques déjà faits, postez-les dans les chats, puis moi je suis là pour ça. Puis je vais vraiment je vais pas aller vraiment avancer, je vais vraiment stick to the basics à la base, puis je vais rentrer directement dans tout ça, right? Quelqu'un a dit, hey, are you covering some crypto? So if it's in what I'm gonna show, yeah, possibility, I'll definitely share some cryptos, but as of right now, not as of yet, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, je partage mon écran. Juste vite fait, juste comme ça, j'ai une idée de qui est là avec moi. Does everybody in this call understand French and English, right? So if you understand English and French, I want you to drop a 111 in the chat, right? If you know no word of English, right? I want you, si tu comprends pas un mot de l'anglais, je veux que tu mettes un 222 dans le chat. So I just have an idea if I can speak franglais, because I'm from Montreal. We speak French and English, so I just want to make sure everybody fully understands me. So if I can just flow in English, I'll just flow in English, put a bit of French here and there as well. Je m'assurerai que tout le monde me comprend dans l'appel avant même que je commence, all right? Parfait, let's get it. So make sure if you do not, si tu comprends pas un mot de l'anglais, mais un 222, right? C'est ça que je veux savoir. Comme ça, je peux flip back, sinon I'm going to stick to the English, guys. I'm telling you guys, I'm more comfortable in English, and I love the English language, right? So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, je vais partager mon écran vite fait. Je vais vous montrer un peu qu'est-ce que je vois cette semaine qui s'en vient pour nous, right? Partager mon écran. Juste être sûr que tout le monde voit mon écran. Just go ahead and drop on 111 if you can see my screen. I'm going to go ahead directly and show you guys a bit what I'm looking at for this week coming on. I'm going to show you guys also some of the trades that I've been looking at myself, in the previous month as well, right? So let me go ahead and go right here. I'm gonna go to my watch list. Let's start with the blues, the New York pairs, New York session pairs as well. So I'm gonna go on daily here. Ooh, this looks good, guys. So in the previous weeks, I spoke a lot about more so I spoke a lot about this pair. All right, it's been setting up. It's been really setting up from the previous week up until now. It's been setting up from the previous weeks up until now, and I want to make sure you guys fully understand the kind of game plan that we're in and where we're at with this, and just understand. Let me go ahead and remove this Fibonacci. I can draw it right back afterwards for you guys. Remove this for now. I removed the wrong thing. Perfect. So right here, as it is, guys, I want you guys to see that we're on a daily time frame, and I want you to see where we are in the marketplace. We're at a high spot in the market, right? We have a low here, equal lows. I have a high. This just looking at this market, just I could tell market is going to start fluctuating to the downside because simply, this is a low, this is a high, and what could happen here is that as it is, we've already seen marketplace is more so kind of pretty much distributing over here on the high, right? Remember, I speak a lot on this. You want to make sure you're always buying from the low, selling from the high. In this case, that we're currently in this range in the market from this place to this place. We're currently within this range in the marketplace, so we know this is a high, this is a low, and this is another low down here. Now, given that we're already at a high and we're really, and the market seems to be trending downwards, we need to look to take trades that can bring us towards a direction. Let's maintain the direction of where the market is. Yes, I know the market has been heavily bullish, but we go on a weekly time frame. We can see last up candle before the prior down movement. We can see easily that market is now ready to now come down. Clear distribution, right? Clear distribution. I trade wick off strategy, so clear distribution up here up top. Now going over here, I'm gonna go down to lower time frame. We spoke about this week. I'm not gonna go too in depth because I'm gonna go more so in depth maybe this week. I might drop another pop-up call that I'll do, but I want you guys to see here that over here we came to the highs. And I have to make sure I set up my fibs. I already set areas. Let me go ahead and delete this for you guys. I already set areas where I want to potentially sell from, and those areas hit, right? So I'm going to drop back the fibs that was right on here, and I want you guys to see. If you guys watch Cobain at all, you guys know exactly what's going on right now, right? If you guys watch Cobain at all on the DCX level in IM, you guys know exactly. Let me go ahead and change this fibs. This is definitely on my settings. Right. I'm going here, 9 fibs. Perfect, right? So as it is right here, we have high to the low. And I want you guys to notice what's going on. At first, I was really just more so, I was actually aiming from this high to this low, right? That was more so how I was planning it out. I was aiming from this high to this low. That's before this week popped up, right? That was my previous, and I was able to catch entries from the higher levels, right? I want you guys to see that, I never really went down to a lower time frame as of yet. I like to look on a higher time frame because what you see on a higher time frame, it allows you to avoid a lot of the noise, right? So from that high to this low, right? We see market came all the way down, right? And then it retraced back up, right? Market literally retraced. Like at this point, you would have done here the fibs. You would have been able to get from that high to this low. You would have been able to get these entries here that I got. Right, 71% always hits, 78% always hits. That's pretty much the main zone. You have the last up candle before the down move, right? Now, as this week finished and this new week started off where we now came to clear this low, I now had to use from this low, right? And this is literally what I did. I just changed it up from this low now to this. Now, this is what pretty much gave me these new levels here, right? This is what this came all the way to this low, and this gave me these new levels. What I mean, these new levels, let me stretch it out that you guys can see it, right? That gave me these new levels. And as you can see, these new levels have been maintaining, right? We came back into the 71, we rejected, came back, broke us even a lot of times, right? And now in finally price, I told everybody to go look at the 88.6 because I knew there was a high possibility that price could decide to come and clear these highs, right? And now come back lower, right? So what happened? We initially got it here, we dropped down. That's about roughly that's a quick 30 pips, right? And from there, by default, what happened now is that price retraced and they wanted to break people down, break people even with the news that happened, right? Now with the news cleared equal highs, right? I want you guys to know that these are equal highs. As it cleared these equal highs, now price started to now drop and reacted directly off of this 88, right? Now, looking at this, right? To me, it's very, very easy to see what's going on. If I want to now see what's going to happen next week, I can now decide to stretch it over because we didn't go above these highs. So this lower high, as far as structure on a downtrend, lower high, lower lows, right? And we got a new lower low down here. So I can now stretch this fit from that high to this low, and we can see easy reaction off of the 78.6 and the 71. Now looking at this, we're right on the 71. Price could come back in and retrace right back into this last up candle before the prior down movement, hit the 71% again, and now continue dropping and now go ahead and clear these lows. Like I like to keep it super, 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 super simple, right? I'm gonna go ahead and put equal lows here, right? That line I drew there is just show me that that's a low, and that's where market is gonna potentially go ahead and raid that low. Now, when market raids that low, we're now going to go ahead and push within our daily last down candle, right? Right here, we already hit the daily last down candle before the up move. Let me go ahead and show you guys right now, right? We set chart, daily last down candle. We broke out of this. We never came back to actually test that zone, right? But now, in the previous week, what day was this? On the 3rd, we now tested that zone, reacted, right? but the price doesn't seem like it wants to take off. I still see this as a clear distribution. Price could easily come down, right? But we want to wait till price shows us. When price shows us what it wants to do, then we're going to be able to react and now act on it, right? So looking at this, boom, drop. So potentially next week I could be looking at this move popping off, right? That's a 71%. If you draw your fibs from now that high to this low, you get to see that's a 71%. Now, if you look at it, also like I personally, I don't want to catch the buys. I just want to catch mainly the sells. But I identify the zone, so I'm aware. My eyes can see them. My eyes are very aware of what's going on in the marketplace. So now I can now go ahead and react. We'll go ahead and remove all of these because we don't need them no more. We have this highs got cleared. This we don't need no more. So now potentially I want to see a reaction happen off of this equal low. I mean that last up candle. When price reacts, I'm going to look to now take a potential trade idea, right? So from within this zone, I'll be able to take a trade idea from this low. That if you wish to, you can go ahead and play the same move, but that's entirely up to you. That's just what I'm seeing overall. But definitely it could decide to push higher, right? And potentially go tap the highs again and then keep going down, right? So just be aware. Now going back down into it, we have Euro USD now, and I hope that was clear for that last one. Euro USD super easy to know, right? I want you to just see it as, okay, look, right? Euro USD, I was looking at it to react off of these highs. I took from the high to the low once again. Price retraced right into it, hit the 71%, right? Hit the 71%, guys. I can't even make these things up, right? And then it started to just roll all the way down. Started to just rally, right? And I'm gonna go to the daily structure so I can show you guys something really quickly, right? Was it on the daily or was it on my 4-hour? On the daily structure, as I'm seeing it, we have a point of interest right here, right? We have a point of interest. We came out, we cleared these highs. From clearing those highs, we got a reaction off of, more so that area, quick, previous area of supply, and we also have an imbalance that was played here as well, and price automatically retraced now all the way to the downside. Now I want to see a reaction happen over here at 20. We're pretty much roughly more so 100 pips from it. It could happen easily, or we could easily get a reaction here or within this imbalance, right? Imbalance in price. That's going to be more in depth class, but just to show you an imbalances prices, let's say between this wick and this wick, it just shows that there's a clear indication that there's only buyers right here, and we need to come fill out the buyers, right? Simple as that, right? Clear imbalance in price, now get a reaction. We could easily get a reaction there. Now off the 4-hour, right, that we're on the 4, we can see a clear reaction off of pretty much a 4-hour here that could happen. Price comes in, right? Price comes in, it's already filled this imbalance now. Now, potentially, we can get a reaction as the market opens from this level, right? 4-hour point of interest. Now, it could bring us a little higher up. As it brings us higher up, it's a good thing for us because, look, the person that caught this move this previous week, they did an easy 10-to-1, 12 pip stop. I entered here. If you were to enter there, you would have can enter there, and now your stop loss would be right here, right? If you were to enter right here, your stop loss would be right there. Don't overcomplicate it. The fibs is your best friend. I'm not even gonna cap with it. The fibs is your best friend. It's gonna help you win and make a lot of money. Now, looking at this now, knowing that we cleared these lows, we didn't even respect this 1-hour point of interest, right? I know now, since we didn't respect this point of interest, we can now see a test now, right? I'm not even going into the 1 hour or anything like that because I just want you guys to get a perspective of the area you need to look at, right? That way you know what to do for yourself, right? Areas you need to look at. When you see things like this, like it's so, yeah, we reacted off that. Right there, you see this 1 hour right here, that wick. I'm gonna show you guys something cool, right? Something really cool. You guys wanna see this, right? Right here off of this wick. If I play this wick, right? I just want to cover it up because, guys, that wick is something on the 1 hour, and it's something on the 30-minute, and it's something also on the 15-minute. Markets are definitely what we call fractal. Fractal means pretty much the same all around, right? If I go down and I see these different areas, and I see where price could definitely come back and react to and give us more selling pressure. But right now, as it is, as it is, I don't see how price can move there unless the DXY moves with it, right? But as of it is, we just gotta stay patient, be disciplined with it, and now keep moving. If price stays, if the US dollar keeps having strength as it is, we're only gonna see a little retracement, right? Probably filled in balances here. And I like to really focus on honing on whatever the higher time frame is doing. Is what I'm gonna focus on, either right here or any of this imbalance. We have to see that, you know, we get a retracement up and then trade down, right? If I use the fibs again, right, guys, I can't even make this up. I can't even make this up, right? From the high to the low. You know, everyone that watches Cobain on his sessions, he's taught this so much, right? Retracement up. Right here we have the 71%. So I'm not gonna be worried about these imbalances. I'm gonna wait till we get all the way up here. If we don't, I'm not taking a trade. I'm not taking that re-entry that I want to re-enter unless we see market stop right here at the middle and start trading back to the downside. Then I'm gonna catch a retracement and just enter the market. It's so like Forex is really simple. We just like to overcomplicate things. Like, you know, we like to overcomplicate things, but the same indicators that I've been able to watch to be able to, you know, understand this is the same indicators you can watch and grab a very quick understanding of this. It could take you literally, I would say, like, I tell everybody 3 to 6 months, but logically, like straightforward, it's discipline, that's 1 month. 1 month and you can turn over profits. Like it's literally crazy. Now, but you gotta stay disciplined and stay studying for you to be able to really go ahead and get it. So 71%, 78%, and just drop. Like for me, Forex is very, very simple. I'll never say it's easy because it's not easy. It's very, very simple when it's applied pressure, right? So right here, that's USD. Next week, I'm gonna be looking to sell from this levels. So that's pretty much it. You can really mark this up. You can do the same thing I'm doing on your chart and get with the bag. Like, guys, it's crazy. I'm gonna go over to the next pair right here, USD CHF. I don't think I've traded this in a little bit, so I'm not even gonna go over this. Let's get to the next trade. XAG. Ooh, this pair right here. Ooh, is about to be. Damn. Guys, you ready for this? So this is gold. Gold was so much fun last week. Oh my God. I'm not even gonna play with it. Disregard all these lines, but let's go right into the 4 hour. I want to show you guys how I bodied gold. I mean bodied. Like I bodied gold, right? So right here on gold, we have a wick down here that reacted off of this point of interest on a 4 hour, right? And this wick, right? I had to cover this wick up because I wanted to see on a lower time frame what this would be. And this is like, I believe is a 5-minute point of interest right here, right? So given that this is a 5-minute point of interest, I knew eventually, I didn't know when, I didn't need to know when. I just knew eventually price was gonna come back to my area and I'd be able to just destroy the market from there. And you know, you guys see what market did here. Market reacted, took off, right? And that shit bodied itself. Now this week, what happened, right? That was in the previous week. What happened this week is that we have zones here that I put into place, right? You can see this. I can't even make this up. This is June 3rd, right? So that was like the other week, right? So I had spoken of this. Now looking at this now in this current week, after that reaction, price pushed up, and we stayed within this relevant area, right? So I'm gonna go into 1 hour so you guys I can zoom into the analysis for you guys, right? And within this analysis, right, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I let people into this, right? Within this analysis, you can clearly see price, you know, rallied up, retraced back down, you know, try to catch a level, you know, of imbalance, which it did, right? I believe this is a 4 hour imbalance that it caught right here. Actually, it's a 1 hour or 30-minute imbalance, right? Let me see. I'm gonna go on a 30. I'm going to 30 really quick for you guys. Put this on full. And as you guys see this right now, right? As I'm on a 30 minutes, yes, this was a 30 minutes. So 30-minute reaction, there was an imbalance here. Wow, it's actually a 15-minute window identified. Okay, perfect. So right here, it was a 15-minute imbalance in price, right? And you know, price was trying to just dip in to catch that imbalance, but it didn't quite catch it, right? It did not quite catch it. And I had a 30-minute point of interest and a 15-minute point of interest on this last down candle because, you know, look at here, we accumulated, price touched 1, 2, 3. For those that know support resistance, right? Price touched created a floor 1, 2, 3 times, right? And then boom, blasted off, right? And since then, we never traded back into the area, and we traded right into these upside areas. And I was waiting patiently for this, right? When my limit activated, you must not know how happy I was. I was like, whoa, yes, analysis was correct. I'm happy with it. And all this happened, and this only reacted back on the 10th, right? On Thursday, this came and gave us the reaction that we really wanted. Boom, wrapped it off of that last down candle before a prior down movement. And even as you can see here, we got an initial reaction off the imbalance, but that didn't even give us the push. The initial reaction off the imbalance could have gave you some money, right? Could have gave you some good amount of money. That's a quick 65 pips right there, right? And how you can easily know the imbalance, what I know, like I always enter either off of the beginning of the imbalance or the 50%. I just box it out, right? I just box it out with my box. It's like if I was using the fibs and I took the 50% of the fibs, but I just know the box is, half of the box is this. So perfect reaction on it. That was like a no drawdown. You could have just caught this quickly before it came down, cleared the low. And this was with heavy news. This is news that causes these kind of categoric spikes, right? And look what happens. Boom, price came in, gave us pulled you in here. If you entered off of this level that I had given out, right, off of my pop-up call, you definitely got clapped, right? You got clapped. You hit stop loss. You lost 26 pips. But down here, you did not lose. Now look at it. It did not hit your stop, and we had a stop of roughly about 32 pips, right? It did not hit your stop, and it absolutely took off parabolic. And now, if I calculate that amount of pip for you guys real quick from this level, that's roughly about, literally went all the way to 290 pips, right? I personally exited out as soon as it came to this high. So I just want to market to go clear the high. As soon as I saw it reach the highs, I was out the market, right? Simple as that, right? Price came to react within these areas. It's just to show you guys what's possible when you truly just focus on what you're doing, focus on your analysis. Now, I'm not gonna go too much into lower time frame, but I want to show you guys this right here. Last up candle before the prior down movement. This wick up, what did it do? This wick up, I want to show you guys it cleared a high. Before a drop happens, there's always something that happens. A high is cleared. A high is cleared, and then there's a parabolic drop, right? A high is cleared, right? Lower high is created right here, right? Drop down, price came in, price traded, went side. If I look at it, and I just zoom out for you guys, just look at this whole thing. Price came back in. We tried to, I was trying to catch it right here, but I didn't quite catch it, right? Because you guys can see it didn't make it to the area, but it made it to an imbalance in price. And once again, as I zoom out of this, and I go back to the 1 hour, right? And I come back to the zone. You saw price reacted, and we got an automatic reaction. This happened due to news. So whatever happens due to news, it just retraces right back to its original position. So now, as the market opens, guys, we could see price jump down to these lows, right? But don't even fret, because the same way it came down, it just came down to fill these wicks, right? Grab new orders, and we're gonna start pushing our retracement to keep potentially going back down, because I'm seeing a huge downside possibility, right, for gold, like a huge downside possibility, because right now we haven't really went to go top off any high. We have highs there, equal highs here, and even here when it came back up, right, we could have just went to go clear the high, but it didn't. It stayed below it. So here we have a lower high that was created. So we know we're going lower, right? We know we're going lower, guys. So that's for gold. That's for gold right there. So I'm gonna go into more so a couple of cryptos. If you guys have some pairs you guys want me to look at, feel free. You guys got questions, drop it in the chat. I'm here to answer questions. Let me go ahead and see what's on my green list. We had a few indices trades. These were fun. These were fun trade ideas to be able to participate in. I'm gonna go right into 30. I was looking at these zones. A lot of these zones got tapped into these areas. Price took off. Guys, like I can't. These things I can't make this up, right? 30-minute. We have a 30-minute point of interest here, right? Price came in. What did it do? It traded into this imbalance reaction. You could have bought up, made some money right there. Price came back in. The same imbalance, guys. A gem, right? Price only trades in max of 3 times before breaking through, right? After 3 times, it becomes invalid, right? Right. But the first and 2 times, it can play it off easily and just easily react. And overall, we're highly bullish on indices as a whole, right? This was a lot of fun here. So next week I'm going to be playing the same thing, ping pong. It's going to sell from the highs to the low, and then we're just going to catch it. We're going to keep catching the buys up. The sells, I'm not too interested in the sells, but you know, if it's at the extreme high, you could easily catch it. Just need to jump into lower time frame and just, you know, get the reactions that happen like this. Reaction, boom, drop. Every time, you know, we see 1, 2, 3, we're getting a fourth one. That fourth one might be the break, right? It might really be the break, right? Because right here, you see the M drop down. Now you see the W that could just break open over here. But if it maintains this level, right? 1, 2, and gives us a 1, 2, 3, and maintains it, we're getting that beautiful drop. Fill these. It's like jumping in 5 minutes. You guys can see what's going on over here within the wicks. We can't make this up. For real. I cannot make none of this up. This is just what I'm seeing in the market. And this is what happens like almost all the time, right? Jump to US 30, very, very, very similar to what's going on here. US 30 was a blessing. Before it came back down. You guys can see the analysis I pretty much put out there for you guys to be able to take advantage of, right? You guys can see how this has really came to really help out a lot of people. So hold on, I just don't want to take a picture, but I want to show you guys this on a bigger point, right? You see this, right? 30-minute reaction, 50% of it, right? And you could have got your reaction here, up, right? You got your reaction here, and you could have went up again. The price broke a lot of people even before actually taking off. But over here, before even looking to, you know, before even looking for anything else, I was looking for reactions within this zone, 50% of it, and we can see price reacted. We wanted our stop below this lows, right? And price reacted there, clapped this out a couple of times before actually making that initial move that we wanted, then gave us that lower position, right? That's why I always say let price react and then go where we want to go. Another thing, right? Another thing. So what you see what's over here, I want to let you guys know a 15-minute time frame, right? As I go on a 15-minute, just know this, right? Just know this on a 15-minute time frame. You had the last down candle before the prior movement. Price reacted within the opening. You could have made some money there. Like every single day, there was an opportunity this week to cash out. Price cleared the highs, right? Identified a high price, cleared the highs, then reacted off of this. Let me zoom in for you guys. Price cleared the highs, reacted off of that. Sold. Price cleared the lows, reacted off of this. Bought. Like this is like a ping pong show 24/7. Like I can't make this up, guys, right? So over here, you know, after really going parabolic and giving us some nice amount of points, right? 60 points, you know, that's big. You guys can see exactly what happened here. Price came back in. Excuse me. Price came back in and now clear these lows. And it went to go swipe all the lows. You guys can see what happened here. It reacted off of this last down candle on the 15. And then now price is starting to push up, but you see this as a retracement. It's still bullish. We're probably going to go clear these highs. All this is just more so relevant things that we can just go ahead and attack, right? Because I like to just have it identified as such because, you know, this is what price likes to go raid highs. And if it doesn't raid the high, right, it's just going to react off of that area and continue its momentum to the downside before it really fully pushes up. But at the end of the day, I'm looking for a bullish indices. We're going to see as the week progresses how things are going to move. Let me just follow through from there, all right, guys? So now I'm going to go look through. Is there another pair here that I was looking at? Go ahead and catch my watch list real quick, family. Right, so on the watch list here, we have NAS as well. That's very, very similar what happened over there. Same thing. Guys, we had a lot of fun playing it over here as well. Ping pong reactions. Price came in, Eventually price came back in and now swiped these lows and, hit these areas, right? These are all point of interest areas, right? And at that point, I believe this was already hit, right? Because it's already reacted. So I did not go about, trying to go get it over there again. I just let it happen. And I was potentially just looking for this reaction. But what ended up happening, I was on Mike Neverett session, one of our Go Live educators, and he was looking at this idea, and I'm like, yo, that looks like a great idea. So I went to go look at it myself, and it was making a lot of sense. But for that idea, you had to go zoom in on the 5 minute. And on the 5 minute, you would have seen the last down candle for the prior down movement. And I put my stop below the lows. Price absolutely took off. And I went all the way to the highs because at the end of the day, I just want to go clear the highs. After that, if it goes higher, great, but that's none of my business, right? So you guys can see what happened here. Price went ahead and broke these highs and reacted the way it did, right? So as the week is going to progress, I'm going to look to now see potential retracement down, right, back into these areas. I don't know how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen. I'm just seeing the possibilities of what could happen, right? Now looking at GJ real quick, 4-hour time frame. As you guys can see, we came back into here. We were selling. We caught potential. We could have caught potential sells from the top, depending where your entry was. Reactions from the fibs, right? Same thing I always do, guys. I always show you guys this. This is what I did also. This low, right? This was a low before all this happened, right? And with this is what it looked like, right? So we got a 61, we didn't get a 71, right? If you were now looking from these levels, right, we're just waiting for a retracement back in, you might have missed your move, right? But now, if you were looking now after the drop, and you're looking like this, you're looking more so on this level, as you guys can see. Sorry, you're looking from this level, you guys can now see what happened, right? From that level right here up top all the way to these lows right here, you can see reaction 71% and price drop automatically price came into the last down candle on the 4-hour, and now it rejected. It's going out, right? Price came back in here. It looks like it wants to go to the probably these level last up candle for the down move 88%, and then drop heavily because we're at a high with a great British pound. We can see that potential retracement because there's a last down candle here that could still go ahead and get tapped into, but that's far down. But equal lows here as well. This equal lows here, liquidity. So guys, that's what I'm seeing. That's what my eyes are open to. I think the only one I want to show you guys as well is USD CAD, because this was a really, really beautiful setup that I was looking at. USD CAD are very, very similar. Before he came back to hit a lot of people that did not take their profit at break even. You guys can see distribute clear sign of pretty much we're in the downtrend. So I'm seeing this whole thing as a distribution. My price finally came back into react in this high. I've been waiting for this for the longest time. I personally have not entered this move because it was the end of the week. I said, let me let price do what it do, right? Come Monday, I'll probably be able to get another retracement back into this level, and I'll just catch it there. Price finally went ahead and broke this daily level. Now we into this 4-hour level last up candle prior down movement. We can take it out to the downside, but now initially, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. And actually, let me leave it that. Let me leave that because it's still pretty relevant. So as it is right now, you want to look at this in a sense where we had these levels here, where it was marked up. When I'm going on 1 hour. I'm going on 1 hour for you guys right here. The screen a tad bigger for y'all. So you guys see on a 1 hour time frame how price is reacting. Price can declare these lows, and we finally got our reaction I was looking for over there. Let me see if was that a 30-minute or a 15-minute? Probably, I believe it's 30-minute. I believe a 30-minute if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we got a 30-minute reaction. It's actually a 15-minute reaction as well. 15-minute time frame reaction. We go here, reset chart. I'm gonna just drag it over, right? You guys see our price at that point in time. What happened to price? That price came into this area, traded to the highs. We came down. We broke structure here. price came back to trade into this imbalance here in price, right? The gap between the sellers. There's no, what I mean by imbalance, if you guys don't know, there's no pressure here, right? There's no pressure here, right here, right here. There's no pressure here. So they had to come and fill. They filled it, sold down, and price ended up doing what? Going much higher, traded back into these levels. Opening price was hit, the wick was hit, right? Because you can enter either off of the wick, off the opening price. I personally wanted really the 50%. I wanted to have the best risk reward possible. And I was able to get that with great risk reward, secure some profits out of it. And did this initial sell. But what I was really waiting for was this. Right, it did that. I broke a lot of people even, but due to the news. And then if you held it strong, looking at this risk, it was a 10 pip risk. So I never broke even on this, right? I left it as a 10 pip risk, and finally price dropped. It did a beautiful job. I believe that's over a 50. That's like roughly a 40, 50 pip drop, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see right here. Yeah, that's about 40, 50 pip drop, like I was saying. And then price decided to come up and clear, right? The declare is not a bad thing. Like I said, when price clears equal highs, right? Because what did it did? This was touching 1, 2, 3 times. The 4th time, it was a done deal. It broke right through. Now give us this reaction right here. And we have a previous we have this candle that literally cleared the hell out of this, right? Gave us a reaction, just showing us that this is the structure that we want to maintain. We want to maintain the sell pressure. So that's what I'm looking at all through the way. So moving forward to this week, I'll be looking to see if I can now catch another setup right here again and just drop it down. We're not too far from it, so it's highly possible. But at the same time, I don't control the market, so markets can do what it wants. So I'm gonna potentially be looking for this idea for it to play out. And I want to go ahead and tap into some cryptocurrencies that I'm currently looking at. I think I'm actually in a trade right now when it comes to I'm currently in a trade for Ethereum right now, and as it is. I think I dropped this in my personal chat for trade with wealth. So, and as it is, guys, for Ethereum, very, very simple daily time frame structure. Let me see if I can do. Okay, no, it's okay. So Ethereum, what I did from the low to the highs, we have the 88.6, we have the 76, we got a 71, and it's been reacting. It's really been reacting. Let me go ahead and hide this for the time being. I want you guys to see this real quick. So you guys see here daily last down candle. Let me just go ahead and do better than this, right? Do this. Boom. So right here you have, so we cut the lows. We have a daily last down candle right here on a daily. And on this daily last down candle, what never happened now, price came, cleared all the lows. And that's where we saw a lot of people get a lot of beautiful entries in these levels. Again, for us to be able to buy back in on the long term, right? But now, and I was looking, since I missed an entry on my MT4, but I bought some right down there. But I wanted to get an entry on my MT4. So I saw this last down candle that cleared these equal lows. I'm like, yo, this is cake. I'm gonna wait for it to come back. So the moment it came back and it tested, it hit the 71%, right? All I did, I took out my fibs, right? And I did 50% of the fibs, right? So I'm gonna put back the lines, right? That way you guys can see it. I did 50% of my fibs. How did I do that? Very simple. I just set my fib settings to, more so this, right? Change my settings. Let me go see here which one it is. Sniper. And I want you guys to see the style, the settings, how it is. I just unchecked everything else. I left it as such, right? I unchecked everything else, left it as such, changed the colors up. That's what it looks like more or less, right? And at that point in time, I was able to just use this, right? Use this fibs, right? There to there, catch my 50% of the move, and look at this, like instant reaction. And if you missed it, yo, crypto doesn't want you to catch the move. If you missed it, it came right back. Broke people even now, right? Because it went up. It went up significantly. And now look at this. We created equal highs. And what do I keep saying since the beginning of this webinar? It's more so when equal highs are created, we're going to go raid equal highs. And right now, since we've tested it again, like we've tested it once, twice, a third time, right? This third time might be the push that we're looking for to just be like, oh, take it up and go ahead and clear the highs, right? And create now an LPSY for those of for those of you guys that know on a wake up standpoint. I'm gonna go on a 4 hour, show you guys this, right? 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame here. I was looking at a 1 hour point of interest. I got clapped there at that point in time. I got clapped there. I re-entered the trade. Knowing me, I probably re-entered the trade for sure. Knowing me, I know I definitely re-entered this trade after the clap happened. And looking at this last down candle again, what did I do? Last down candle again, reaction, broke it down, came back to pretty much break its even, hit the stop, and I played it again because I see where we're going. Looking at this, we got equal highs here as well, guys. We got equal highs here. So price is gonna potentially raid. We got equal highs right here. Like it's creating the layer of where it's gonna raid. So we can definitely make it to 2,600. Price can go raid that. So be patient and just be disciplined. Be patient and be disciplined. Being patient and being disciplined can get you a whole long way, guys. I'm not even gonna play with you guys. It can really take you really, really far as what the marketplace is doing and how the marketplace is trying to maneuver as well, right? So don't fret. Follow what these experts are telling you. Like, when you go watch, Nick Gomez, right? Nick Gomez is he's an absolute beast in the marketplace. So you want to make sure you follow what he's doing and he's teaching, because he can really put you on game as to how you want to play this. Because look at this 4 hour, we got 2 4 hour pushes, and this 4 hour push is trying to give us that retracement, for it to get pushing up, right? So this is just what I'm seeing. Be patient for the market to do its thing. But right now, as it is, it seems like market has reacted off of this this last up candle before the prior down movement, and it seems like it's shifting to the downside. But I'm still personally gonna play this area because this area is a very significant. And anyways, we have the 50% of the last down candle right here. So if I get stopped, in any case, I'm gonna play the 50%. And you guys can really set a limit for this, right? If you desire to. I personally myself, I'm gonna be setting a limit. That way, if it comes back down here, I'm able to catch it at 2,200 and just take it up to the highs, right? And at the same time, my stop is always gonna be at the low right here of that candle. And that's really what I'm seeing, guys. I'm nothing crazy. I like to keep it simple. As far as the cryptocurrencies I'm invested into, I highly suggest you guys go ahead and plug into Mr. Cobain, because Cobain is the GOAT. Like, guys, if you guys are not plugged into Cobain, definitely go ahead and plug into Cobain. He's the one letting me know all the cryptos that I should be investing into. So you guys should definitely go ahead and tune into the educators and really understand what I'm doing. Because most of the things I do, I learned it from watching these guys. I'm not the multimillionaire, right? These guys are the multimillionaires, right? So that's who you need to be now following, and following the guidance. And you can definitely follow myself, yes, right? But following them will speed up your process and allow you to get the success you desire much, much more faster, right? So now I'm gonna open the floor up. If you guys have questions, feel free to definitely go ahead and ask me questions. Cobain, once again, go ahead. We have the Forex HFX digital currency on the Forex side. Once again, I want you to go ahead and tune into steady. Steady, and when you go into study, I want you guys to see right away. When you go into study, there's different educators. The one I deal with the most is literally John Dollery. Like he put me on game to a lot of what I know. Right, John Dollery. Follow him, watch his favorite sessions. Like you will absolutely freak out. Like it's not even a joke. You will absolutely freak out. But if not, on another note, Cobain on the crypto side, wanted to know exactly what to invest into. Right here, tapping into this digital currency space, and you guys can get to literally see exactly how to really maneuver on investing. Like this is revolutionary. Like there's a plethora of so many different educators, multi-millionaires get into the bag, and they're just simply educating us on what plays that they're moving on. That way, if we desire to, we can now move on those plays as well, right? But by far, Cobain hands down. Like he's the man for me. Like he's been allowing the culture, the team to eat up, feed themselves. So I definitely suggest you guys can go ahead and plug in. I'm gonna go ahead and pause recording from now. I wanna thank you guys for tuning in, and definitely if you guys have any questions for me whatsoever, definitely go ahead and type it in the chats or just message me privately, and it's gonna be my pleasure to really go ahead and help you guys out and make sure you guys really grasp and really get to understanding exactly what's going on here. You know, I mean, you get to see, Cobain's favorite sessions, crazy, guys. I'm just giving you guys a quick overview of it just because so you guys can see mandatory number 1, number 2, number 3, guys, number 4. With this, you know what to invest into. On top of that, the Mandems gives you a list of coins you need to invest. Anyways, like let me just shut it down right there. It's definitely a pleasure being here with everybody. I'm gonna stop recording just now.